Hello everyone and welcome back. Golgari finally did it. It won a challenge on MTGO and here is the deck list. But Brick, oh no. What's missing from the deck list? Shieldred. Where's the Shieldred? Oh, it's in the sideboard, isn't it? No. No, it is not. They did not put Shieldred into their deck whatsoever. They have a Breach the Multiverse in this deck list and they don't even have Shieldreds in the side. They said, I hate that card. They threw it away. They binned it in the trash. They were done playing with it. Might have been too expensive to rent on Arenas or on MTGO, so they probably just didn't play it. But either way, they did not submit Shieldred the Gathering Magic credit card into this deck list. So we're going to play it. And we're going to see how well this deck list performs without Shelly the Gathering. And just go from there. I hope you all enjoy. Let's just go ahead and hop in. And if you do enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. Let me know what you think about the non-shielded games, and we'll just get out there and game. We go first. We have a go for the throat to probably like a really solid 3-drop situation, so we'll definitely keep here. Get off the swamp, represent cut down, even though we don't have anything like that. The mirror, ugh. That sucks. That's also even more tilted. Realistically, I'm going to play this one. It's probably getting removed, but it generates value on ETB. We don't have to wait. It doesn't get removed. It does get removed.
And you think you can
Oh, man. A basic force would have been so sick there. Let's play the Cottage. Let's play the Preacher. And depending what they do here, we can either go for the throw a threat out of the way and then hit the Liliana, or we can then bring up the Restless Cottage and do stuff. But we'll see what they play first. Activate Liliana first. I'm getting rid of Glissa, I think. I'm getting rid of Glissa. I think the rest of our hand's too solid to do that. They play Glissa. So we get what we wanted. I can play... Oh man, I'd love to get Blossoming Tortoise down here, but we will. Do I want to play Virtue so it's just out of my hand for like Liliana shenanigans? I think so. Get that out of the way. Let's play. Is it combat? Let's see what we. Oh, this has to. I have no idea. I mean, I'm attacking Liliana. It doesn't get one of the modes. I don't remember which one it doesn't get. We'll play Takanuma here, and then we'll lose both these creatures to a Gix command. That would suck. Oh my god, I'm a prophet, dude. Ah! It's a one of, man. Those are always so frustrating when it's a one of, and it's just what kicks me in the teeth. Let's play Blossoming Tortoise. At least we hit land, so we're solid there. And then activate this on Blossoming Tortoise. I'm so upset right now. But, I mean, we're sitting fine. It just sucks. Because they did all that, but we're going to slam a Virtue, and they have to have Terra Sunder, or the game's going to get out of hand. I don't care about Shieldred right now, to be honest with you. Sure. Yep. Could have Terra Sunder. No. I'm gonna get removed anyway. They just have it all, dog. I don't know what to say. Sometimes your opponent will have everything, and you're just forced to deal with it. You have cheesy shenanigans, maybe. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Nope. Good. Can't activate land. Okay. Raw. gonna see if I found another removal spell or not, to be honest with you. I'd like to pop this out of the way. I'm going to combat. Busy. I have game actions to take. Combat. Pace is incredibly high. Attack. We'll take a Glissa, I guess. So if second Gix command comes out of nowhere, we'll get suplexed. Also feels incredible here because cut down's still invalid because the Blossoming Tortoise making this a little bit too big. And we still have plays around Liliana. We can also crack food on upkeep. They play Blossoming Tortoise. Look at them go. They get a Foundry. Unless they have land in hand, they still can't bring up the cottage. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here from our opponent. We'll attack with a Shieldred. Okay. My turn. Draw. Another land. Play this. Bring up this. I mean, I'm under the same guideline here. Foundry. Move to combat. I could have played Sentinel and tried to make my Foundry like a little bit better. Let's attack. Look at their graveyard again. Let's get a land out because they do have a Tortoise, but they have to block. They don't have removal. Grab second Cottage, which is great. Block there. Not like too opposed to this block. Down to 3, up to 5. Of course. We'll play Sentinel. Make another token. And we can go ahead and crack a food. And on our upkeep, we can also crack a food. Might as well just crack this food now, I guess. And interesting to see. Are they just flooding? Kind of what it seems like. Double attacks needed to kind of threaten me. I still have lethal, so I don't care. Fuck. Last card, land. Removal spell. Food. Gain life, and then we'll bring up both cottages, and we'll attack our opponent and kill them. We'll go first. We have bat and a bat. Then tortoise. Yeah, that's probably fine. Lead off with the glade. Sorry, we got to do this to you, Terry. Terry, the control mage. What you got in there? Terry, the reanimator guy. Really not taking places for one. This is like annoying, but not like troublesome. Cost 2 less cast, targets a red creature. And you are feeling it, dog. You are feeling it. We'll take that out. We'll play this. They'll play Clayfire, and then we'll take the Jace. Jace is pretty free against us. Pretty hard for us to kind of keep pace with. Most times. Play this. We'll lead out with another bat. Actually, weirdly enough, I think we just let Jace happen. I think I take the knockout blow. Take all the removal away. And I just slowly poke at Jace. And then the whole bar tortoise kind of finds a man land. So if they play Jace for cheap here, and then they just plus on something, then I don't feel near as bad. That's a lot of mana to craft. This is 1 turn away from being activated, and then we will have a removal for it. So it's like got 50-50, I guess. Me, I'll gamble if they haven't Gonjo or not. Attacking. All right. Awesome Tortoise, it's your time to shine. You hit a land. I don't care as long as you hit a land. Could get board wiped here though. That'd be tough. No board wipe, right? Smiley face. Don't know what that says. There's battlefield. Note your life total. At the beginning of your queue, draw a card if your life total is greater than last time. Then note your life total. Whenever you cast a white spell, you gain 1 life. Oh my! They hate us. Holy. Yeah, we'll attack. Have to cast a white spell, correct? Yeah, okay. Play a Sorin. Activate a Sorin. I don't even care. I'll take 7. Think I'm afraid? 14 is now your life total. We're gonna cast a white spell. Sunfall me? Sunfall? Anyone? Ooh, that's pretty good. Oh, it's their upkeep, so they don't even get to do it right away. Oh no. Plus, reveal. I'm just gonna keep drawing. I literally do not care.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Like gaining the life back, you know, I'm doing my thing, cooking, I'm dodging, I'm weaving. Oh, there's the land. We'll attack like this, you know, do a little blossoming tortoise action. Just go ahead and mill myself to death. That's what's fun about this, you know. Fun. Like a boar. Keep milling. Kind of put them on notice. Get close to just double Restless Cottage activation. All right, did you draw the Sunfall? Did you draw the board wipe? Did you draw this? Did you draw that? Who knows? Is it a farewell? No? Demolition field, it doesn't matter? All right. We're at 33. We're not say demolition field doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. Plus here. I have so much I have to deal with. Reveal that. Guess we could have played that. I would like to bring up this.
A fair trade.
Would like to bring up this. Would like to move to combat. Big action. Grab a swamp. Their plan is to play land and then block with the anchorage. I got it real bad. Not gonna work. Next. Oh, green. Green out of nowhere? What in the world? For the Atraxa, do you just play like 2 basics or something? Good knockout blow, I guess. That would be a thing. Yep. Cow. Hi, I'm Lightning McQueen. Welcome to my arena. Got him. And not like playing a lot of man lands against control and then watching them have to play around them the entire game when they don't play like Field Ruin on turn 3 and then a second one on turn 4. And you're like, ah, yes, I get to play. Also, playing Planeswalkers in this list is so nice. Yes. Land. Land. With our hand, I think being aggressive is the way to go. Obviously, drawing would be nice, but if they're also aggro, I'd like to put pressure on if I can. There's a Thalia, which my worst nightmare here. I will play land. We'll play Glissa, make their combat awkward. No attack because there's no point. And then we'll play land, play Sentinel, stack the thing, put it on the Mosswood. The Mosswood potentially can be big enough. Will you attack? You do not attack. Ooh, that's sick. Here. Sweet. Okay. Nice. Intern. Now if they try to go to combat, we'll just blow up the Packle before then. And Glissa can constantly remove counters from Packle, so it's not like a big deal. Lost the phases. My game crash? No? Hands highlighting, so I don't think I just. Ooh, that's also good. Weirdly enough, I think this is almost better than all this nonsense. So I'm getting it off the battlefield. I can attack with a Thalia if they want, and then I'll block the thing. They'll lose the token, and then I can attack with the Glissa again and remove the counter off the Packle. Okay, so we'll do this. Combat, attack. One hand, I get it. On the other hand, they're gonna be like, what's happening? Remove the counter. One of those. Play this. And then crack, and then we'll put it on a Dread Knight, and they just think the brick wall too much to deal with, and I would probably agree with them. Oh no, bro. It's weird. This hand's like fine. Do I keep this though? Third. You just hope to draw kind of like, I don't know, any 2 or 3 drop. Any land. Let us see it. Dinos. Dinos is gonna be tough. Dino has such like explosive turns that it gets really kind of complicated to deal with. This Deep Cavern Bat, let's take a look. Don't really care too much. Like, it's obviously good. Don't really care too much. This is the only one that I'm like kind of like, that one's pretty good. Like, these are obviously good pressure, but I think that one's a little bit better. So I'll let them play the 2-drop, and I'll just hold this boy prisoner right now. Draw removal. Seems that way. Fair enough. Glissa? Dude, if my opponent's gonna cheat, you gotta let me cheat. This is unfair. Ouch. I think the problem is this is walkers too, right? Yeah. It sure does. And it sure does have trample. Ready for the crazy part? Watch me play this right now. Watch me try to put a counter on it. Guess what happens? I draw a land. Ready for this? Ready? 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 Oh, I lucked out. Let's go. I get so pumped when I luck out. I'm gonna grab Lily because obviously Lily minusing here is really good. Or even plussing if they decide attacking is not the way they want to go. I love when they I love when they do that. Ooh, double attack here. 2 on the turn. Honestly, I think I'd much rather do this. You have removal for the Sentinel because that's the only way this backfires. Okay. I mean, it still sucks, but regardless. Attack. Now they can just start exiling dinos. It's activate. Just good. Play Lily. Minus on Lily.
This fight finished before brunch.
Now they kind of have to like consider what they want to do.
Space.
They only have the belligerent boys in the graveyard. The attacks are a little bit weird. Can they only pump this one, or did they pump it twice? They can pump it twice. They can pump it twice, so we have to block. This is lethal if we don't. Then they can pump it twice, get through, and then also kill my Liliana, which is fine. But then that allows us to then virtue this.
I know when I'm not wanted.
That was what I wanted to begin with. So we'll play this. We'll minus 3 here. We will make a 2/3 here with lifelink because
You fight for me.
East. Oh, third one of those. Honestly, great. As long as I don't play that 5-drop that makes everything get haste and stuff, I'm cool. Not as cool with that as I was earlier, but I am cool with that draw. This plus here. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad of a draw. Like, I think it's fine because I want to be able to remove stuff when I need to here. We hit land, which is fantastic. And now we have go for the third to hit something important, and then we can virtue, and we can bring back their rampaging raptor, of course. They attack, of course we have to remove this thing, which is maybe not like quite what we want to do, but also not really opposed to what we want to do. No legendary creature in play, so let's pause here. Let's take a little look. Run a melee, are we? Decline. Play land, and we'll just play virtue here, and we won't attack. Because if I attack and they draw exactly this, they can play it. Oh no, it's 3 to pump. They'd be just short. There's first. We'll keep. They snapped their keep. Holy, relax. I didn't even get my starting hand, and you kept. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I played this person earlier, and they're playing control, and I hit them with my man lands over and over again until they died. So I'm pretty sure me playing land, playing bat, made them like sure that it was me, and they decided that they didn't want to play with me anymore. So we'll move on. We'll respect their privacy. Here's first. I mean, our hand's pretty solid. I think we should keep this. They keep 7. That's their small consideration. Either Esper or Domain, or blue-white and Domain. Esper is kind of like, let's bat. I don't really care about the 2 life that they can gain over the next couple turns. There's a bat. There's you. I have no idea what I want to take. That is whatever. Generally, I'm able to remove the bat. Denick, not really doing a lot unless I kill the Denick in play, which then I just won't do. I'll just discard it regardless. Virtue's kind of annoying. Spell Pierce is annoying because, like, who plays Spell Pierce? But our opponent does, so I guess I grab Virtue. Make it very awkward for him. Cavern Bat. Guess what I won't play? Just play Glissa and the Blossoming Tortoise instead. Realistically, they should take Go for the Throat. Then hope that the Liliana the Veil is what I throw in the stack, forgetting that they just have the Spell Pierce, but I'm not going to. Then I can play land. That's what they go for. Nope. Good. Oh, second Deep Cavern Bat. Very nice. I just play towards what I want to play towards, or do I just bat them again? Maybe I just bat them again. You just start making the Spell Pierce stuff awkward. This Denick still doesn't work for him. Oh, don't we love the bats? Bats is so sick, right, guys? I love bat. Do you love bat? I love bat. I wish I could play more copies of bats. But now, what we'll do is we'll play land. We'll play Liliana. And we'll minus, which, like, on one hand, they can get rid of their bat. Which I get my go for the throwback. But they'll get rid of Denix so they can play it on the backside. And then I will attack with this one because I don't want them to get their virtue back. But I'll be willing to trade off this bat. Keep my Liliana around. I don't really care about Spell Pierce that much. But they could have find removal. Could also bring up their man land. Don't do that. They play another Dennick. Cavern Bat. Now Tortoise has to go. Wood. Like I've already said. Willing to do this. Because guess what the only spell in their hand is? Spell Pierce. Guess what card we don't care about? Right, chat. It's Spell Pierce. Play land, and then let's play Blossoming Tortoise. I would like to return another Restless Cottage, and I would like to not attack. Now, depending what they do, decides whether or not I give them their virtue back. Great. This is exactly what I wanted. Now they can play this. They'll make a map. It just keeps not working out the way I think they want it to. Because they play an untapped land. I give them their virtue back. They won't have the mana for it. And they're hoping to hit a land here. Which is possible, of course. It's obviously possible. But I'm willing to take the risk. So make sure I get the virtue out of their hands. Because look what card stays on the top of their library. Which they're obviously perfectly fine with keeping that card there. I would be fine with keeping that card there. I will play land. I will then play... Go for the throw on this bat. I will then play this Glissa. And I will plus. Now I'll make you remove your virtue. And I'm not going to attack with my Tortoise. He's a good boy. He's been honorable. I don't need to attack with him. Oh, you played Danik instead of Wedding Announcement. That's wild. Yeah, so now I don't need to even remove Danik. Back. Start drawing. Choose to do not. Choose to do not. Move a counter. Here. Play another torch. You know what is activatable for 1 mana or 2 mana? Sure. Flex. Plus. Could have made them sack a creature. Why? Oh, because Wedding Announcement's in hand. For whatever reason, I thought the Wedding Announcement was a virtue, and I was like, why did you do that? Which now they kept in hand, which means that's a virtue, and I'm upset. Or it's a Rafine. Rafine's sweet. Rafine is sweet. You know what's potentially going to happen next turn. A lot of people forget how strong Double Tortoise is. Yep. Somebody forgot how strong Double Tortoise is. They are, right now, as of right now, 6/6s. And they only cost 2 mana to bring up. Fuck. This isn't how things were supposed to go. That's what's going to start attacking my opponent. one, and this one. And they are coming full force. Exile, Denick, of course. Then, no, it matters. Wedding announcement. Land. Sure. One's good. All right, opponent. Jumping. You are. Sweet. Take that. None of these are enchantments. Correct. So I will just take a draw. Oh, more man lands. Okay. Play this. Then I guess I'll pass. All right, opponent. You are at 9. I have 3 main lands coming at you this time. That's pretty solid. That's pretty good. I mean, you probably couldn't have written up a better storyline than that. This should go on your bat. So you have to just draw 3 and discard all 3. 1, 2, sure. You can investigate. We'll just start cracking clues. Yeah. The only problem is I think pretty much have to trade your board off here. Cut down just doesn't get it done. Play land, just to make sure that we're doing everything by the book. Bring this up. Bring this up. Bring. This is just free, by the way. Bring all those up. Now I'll move to combat. We'll attack. Good looking. Ravine. Get her. And now you have a lot kind of going on for us. We're all the way down to 25 cards, by the way. We are moving on our card selection here. Now it is like block there, sure. Block there, sure. They're theoretically at 14. Theoretically at 14. And right now it says 12. Okay. All right, we go first. Not going first, we'd probably have to consider mulling, but going first, we can keep this. The double 3-drop's pretty tough. Double 3-drop and double 4-drop on the draw is kind of brutal. But we're going to try to draw here. That's very possible next turn, but we want to draw because we want to try to maximize our chances of hitting a land. Or maximize our chances of hitting Sentinel of the Nameless City. We do this first because we get an ETB, so we don't have to worry about losing just strict value off for a Glissa. As you can see, we get Go for the Throat, but at least we make a map token for later that we can then play a Mosswood next turn and then activate that map token to heighten our chances of drawing a land. If we just naturally draw a land, then we probably slam the Blossoming Tortoise. But it's also possible that we're supposed to, with that play, just slam the Glissa and force them to interact with us. But there's also another situation where we can play a Tortoise and then they're forced to interact with the Tortoise. If we hit a land, we're running good, but also if we don't hit a land. Actually, Nameless City also just works, right? For whatever reason, I kept thinking Graveyard Trespasser just like had Death Touch. I'm just like, yeah, I'd play this because the first strike, we need it. I'm like, no, we don't. I have a 3/4 that can just stand in front of it. That's one of the other hard parts that I've had with Graveyard Trespasser. Is like here, just like has to stare at a Sentinel. Guess what? It's gonna stare at another one. But realistically, I probably play Glisten to Dread Knight. Just let the first strike kind of do all the heavy lifting. And eventually they're gonna run out of spells, right? To interact with me. Do this. We do this. And then realistically, I can just trade off the Mosswood into the Trespasser and then have Glissa fight the Sleeper because Sleeper can get Death Touch from here. Because you need 3 mana to activate the Sleeper. It's instant speed, but you can activate it at sorcery if you'd like. So this tells me they're doing nothing. They're on the I would rather not attack into that, which tells me that they don't have a whole lot of stuff to do. Play land. I guess at this point, I can just play the Tortoise and try to ramp here. And we get it. Preacher, I just want you to know that I miss you so much. I miss my Preacher so much. We don't really care if the Dread Knight dies in combat. Heck, we'll even take another one. Could attack with the Glissa and remove it. Oh, this isn't a counter. This is just an upgrade, so that's not, doesn't even matter. Realistically, if they want a chance in terms of the combat scenario, they want to wait. Now they might. I'm gonna sack this on purpose to maybe get them to consider attacking to exile it. That's what I want. Weirdly enough, they do not. Scared. Fine. We'll cycle this. Don't have 8 cards, so this is just a menace creature right now. Oh no, what do I do? What do I do actually? A little tough. I have a land drop to make. Do I want to play Takenuma? Not really right now. That was kind of what's in play. Let's play something that's kind of demands attention. Yeah. I will reveal that. We'll play this. And I guess I pass. We hold the line. No need to budge. We have go for the throat to do whatever we want to do. That's also a problem. So I need to do everything and anything. Weirdly enough, this Shieldred's kind of shutting off our other chances, and our draws are going to be good. So I kind of want to. I want this off the battlefield. This makes me uneasy, but I can't. I have to get rid of Shelly. Realistically, I probably should just start bringing up these Foundries and attacking with them. They're 5/5s. We can just start exiling our graveyard, so we just never get close. This is good. Good. It's plus here. Find other removal that also. Okay, so we plan around that. Decline, though. Decline. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not trying to suplex myself now. Relax. Yeah. So we bring up this land. I want to. Cut down's not really like available. It is, but it's not. This is a 5/5, so obviously it causes a little bit of problems with what they currently have going on. My graveyard is the one that matters. So I will exile my Preacher because that's also a creature that Graveyard Trespasser is going to want to target. And if there's like a double block here, we scream with joy because we get to blow it out. But if they don't double block here, oh, this is like one of the things about not playing in paper that's sick, because like, holy, could you imagine watching me fist pump this hard? I'd be losing my mind. I don't think I need more Mosswood right now. I got 1 and it's ready to cook. We exile that. This bonks that. We can make food and sack it. Or I can play a blocker. Because Thorn is getting incredibly close to ulting. I like that about Soren. Look at this guy. That's another Shieldred. That sucks. You know what's worse than Shieldred? A lot of things, to be honest. How much life? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I said life, but you know, I am also at 9. Plus, do we see a land? This just puts in the hand, yeah. So we can find out some info. Yeah. Be the same as drawing the card.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
On. Yup. Plus here. That's an 8/8. And I will this up. No. What's dangerous? I have to still hold actually, which sucks. And you might be thinking why? One, we're at 7. 2, they have a Mistress Foundry and this has Menace, so I have to be able to double block, and then block. Dashing Underdog is possible. Invoke Despair is possible. Remember Invoke Despair? Holy, did I hate that card. The amount of times you would think you're safe and then Invoke Despair would come out of nowhere and hit you with the old-fashioned Randy Keith Orton. You don't know what that is? That's the RKO from WWE. I'm throwing around things everywhere. How do you think they feel when they minus Lily here? And I'm like, back my 8/8. Oh, that's fine. They're trying to get the shielded. I see what they're trying to do. Hey, there's Underdog. I brought it all up. Sure. I'm not gonna lie, opponent. You are beyond bad here. Bring up the cottage. Up the cottage. I was just like making sure. We have 13 damage on our Sorin alone. Sam falls in the same category as before, where like if we weren't on the play, these 3 drops would probably be too much and we'd have to mull. So we'll keep here. So Kamano. A little bit weird. We find another tap land. Kind of really wanted to like either go for the throat, cut down Mosswood Dread Knight. Ooh, what? Rick, shut up. We knew what that meant. Relax, okay. We'll play this. I guess I play Glissa. Because Glissa attacks, they don't, if they play Monastery Mentor, they don't really want to block with the Mentor, obviously. I'm so confused. I thought this was Jeskai Mentor and they were just playing Kamano. Make their Mentor not die to like cut downs. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I feel nothing but pain. I want to ask my opponent if they would politely show me their hand and concede so I don't have to play anymore. Then there's Skrelv. Then there was Skrelv. So of course you show up now. Oh, Sadie, you're in my way. Sadie's my dog, by the way. Yeah, so we move to combat here. We attack. If they don't mess up, they should block with Kamano. Attaboy. Learned. You figured it out. You did it. I'm proud of you. This one. Now, I have strong creature. That also has that. Everything I play has Death Touch. Remember Death Touch Infect? I don't remember. Create an O2 colorless Thopter creature token named Ornithopter. Another cool Ornithopter art. Tap any number of untapped artifacts you control. When you do, declare Warrior Seals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker. That's not good. Up to 1 target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with face. It's all bad. Oh, this is all bad. It's all bad. It's all bad. Everything's bad. Everything sucks. It's all bad. We have to figure out a way to wiggle through here. Start with this one. Start with a minus.
This is my home,
Click.
and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things. I've always hated
All right, that's one less artifact. That's sick. Back. Now you have to block the Glissa. That's part about Glissa. Didn't necessarily feel like great. Not feel good. At the block. Alright, so that's popped. That's popped. Now I have Scoot. Damage to target creep walker. They have 3 artifacts. They would have to all be tapped. So that's the way they have. That's the way they have to remove Glissa here. Great. I still get to keep my preacher. I would like to implement a D20 roll in which my character can dodge. No? Okay. Ooh. Sure. I'll allow it for now. You're going to use it right away. My block. Here's my not block. Got him. We're schmoovin' today, team. We are schmoovin'. I would like to play this one. I would like to get land. I would like to get land. And I would like to lightly move to combat. I would like to politely attack. Ooh, that's good. I'm sorry, Sentinel, but you're just gonna have to go. I'm gonna make everything impossible to deal with.
Don't overthink things.
And then, like, the real problem here is they're gonna turn this into a 4/4, but they're gonna have to make its entire turn attacking this Liliana, because the Liliana is just gonna keep causing problems. And then I'm going to slam a Virtue. And Virtue's going to be a good time, because Virtue's probably going to bring back a Glissa. Glissa already been a problem. Ooh, combo deck. I'm going to be honest. No blocks. Nope. Not threatening enough, weirdly enough, that I just don't care. They're at 1 card. Deck's gross. The chat, this is our deck. Our deck's gross. Okay. Black. And you'll see why we did that here in a second. Because now that we're at 15-15, both of our preacher abilities will trigger. We want to make the 1/1, and we want to draw. And then all those come in, and we'll grab a forest because we can. Down to 9 for our opponent. And then I could play the Beseiju, but there's no real point because next turn, I feel pretty confident in our ability to weasel out of this. And our opponent knows that. There's not really a whole lot that they can do. I can't imagine there's a ton that they do. But here we are. We find ourselves hitting Plat 2, and we'll probably end up calling the video there. So let's just go ahead and get into the outro. So, some of you out there thought it couldn't be done. A deck without Shieldred being good? No. If you play black and you're not playing Shieldred, that's blasphemy. How dare you? You should put it in your deck, all 4 copies, every single one. Obviously, I'm poking fun. If you've watched me for long enough, you know I'm trolling. I love to kind of like mess around. Yeah, so basically, this won a championship. If I, for whatever reason, dropped the ball on that in the intro, I don't remember the deck list. It'll be, not the deck list, but who played it. It'll be in the description if you want to check that out. You can see where they ended up placing first. Second deck, by the way, was the Monastery Mentor deck that just weirdly came out of nowhere. Every player started playing it. There was some controversy over it on the Magic Arena channel. Holy cow, was that wild. But yeah, so we end up playing this, and it's pretty solid for what we talked about for the most part. I think the last time I ended up playing Golgari, I was actually off of Glissa entirely. We've talked about it multiple times where the 3 toughness ends up becoming way more of a liability than a benefit here. Like in this specific spot, this is definitely a part where I'd much rather Glissa be a graveyard trespasser or the copies of Shielder that we'd want to play. Realistically, on this kind of side, what I'm seeing here is I much rather trim down on this by 2, put 2 Shielders in, go down on a Tortoise or a land, because we're playing 27 lands, and then play 2 graveyard trespassers, and kind of just like thin that out. Maybe have the preacher kind of be balanced a little bit more in that aspect, because with graveyard trespasser, we're always going to at least get a 2 for 1. And a lot of times I found myself leading off on Sentinel over the Glissa, which makes Glissa slightly worse, because the best part about it is getting it in early, attacking, getting the treasure, or not getting the treasure, getting the draws when it's good, or threatening to blow up your opponent's enchantments when it's early enough that you can. But when a wedding announcement's plus twice and put 2 creatures in play, Glissa just has to fight through everything. We don't really have a way to give it trample in this deck, so there's a lot of downside where at least a graveyard trespasser can be exiling stuff from the graveyard, making it hard on the deck, or if they want to remove it, you still get to claim a second card. And then Shieldered obviously does what Shieldered does. However, this ended up going 9-1 in the challenge, and you might be thinking, wow, there's no Shieldereds in the main. They must be in the sideboard. They're not in the sideboard. There is not a single copy of Shieldred the Gathering in this deck at all. There is a copy of Breach the Multiverse in this deck, and there's not a copy of Shieldred, okay? This is how much of a thug person playing this deck was. They're nuts. They're absolutely cracked. They said, you know what, Shieldred, you're too expensive. I don't like you. Cueing the Woody meme, the Toy Story meme, dropping Shieldred in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Is that meme dead yet? Does that make me a boomer? Because I like that meme still. But other than that, yeah, the deck felt pretty solid. We have the early removal that we would like. We have the Deep Cavern Bat, which is nice. We don't have Gix in here, which is like the absolute monster with the Deep Cavern Bat because of the flying, the lifelink, and you kind of negate the damage off the Gix because it has lifelink. However, we do have the Sentinel, which is the other card that is really good with the Deep Cavern Bat. Because this has flying, Sentinel can bump it up and keep it alive. I mean, if you activate 2 maps, which isn't that hard with Sentinel because Sentinel has Vigilance, so a lot of time you are attacking and trying to beat down your opponent. And getting counters on a Deep Cavern Bat becomes more likely, allowing it to dodge more removal, including like play with fires or cut downs, things like that. But it does take a lot of time to get there. Realistically, it won't. But if it does, then this thing ends up sticking around forever. It just constantly gains you life. Other than that, Mosswood, solid as always. Preacher, solid as always. Liliana, God, I love her. You know, I don't have this deck built in paper, and I haven't got to play with my Lilianas yet. I have 3 signed Lilianas by the artist, which is really cool. It's very popular. Like, you can do that at anything. It's not like a super special thing. But I have 3 of the old Lilianas signed by the artist. I've yet to play them in paper. So it's so frustrating because I've had them for like a year and a half. But Blossoming Tortoise is sick, as I love the Tortoise. He's so cool. And then, weirdly enough, we actually put a Sorin in here. They put a Sorin. This card was sick all day. It gave us that card advantage we want. It gave us that protection we want, or the extra life that we needed because we were taking too much damage off the Mosswoods. Or, like we saw, we actually got to ult it because our board state was so troublesome. We had so much hard interactive creatures on our battlefield that they had to deal with them, that they couldn't stop the Sorin from ulting. So we got to do that. And we casted Nissa. Nissa's normally a 2 of, therefore like Sorin doesn't typically get in the deck list. But we play 1 Nissa, and Nissa obviously does what Nissa does and puts a lot of creatures out repetitively and gets bigger and bigger. And against the artifact enchantment decks or like Leyline Bindings and stuff, we'll play it early and we'll minus it 1, blow up those Leyline Bindings, and get our stuff back and things like that. So that's all I have for us today. You know, it's been a long one. It's been a long standard season. Please, we need some murders to be discovered in Ravnica, or murders at Karlov Manor. I'm not trying to be a psychopath, please. But yeah, that's all for me. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all later in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.